How to become a micro-influencer. All right, as somebody who has amassed a following over 100,000 followers myself, I'm going to share with you that over the years, there are definitely some tricks to creating this influencership that you're wanting, and you can do it without breaking the bank. I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. Let's dive in. More and more people are looking up the term, like, how do I become an influencer? And I get it. My first question is always why. Right? I get asked that a lot, and it's increasing. It's been increasing at an increasing rate. It's one of the biggest questions people are asking in my own events. We've done 17 events now, and that question continues to come up. Steve, how do I become an influencer? Honestly, there's so many ways to do it. But what I'm going to share with you in this video is some of the patterns. Gary Vee teaches that to make it online, you need to be talented, smart, or pretty. And I'm like, all right, that makes sense. I clearly have all three. No, but in this video, I'm going to walk through, though, that there are certain things you need to be doing to each of those kinds. So whether you're going to go the smart route, the talented route, or you're going to go the pretty route, there's still three things you should be doing to increase your influencership very, very quickly. That's what I'm going to share with you. Let's dive in. The first thing that all influencers have to do, especially on the internet, you have to publish. Like, you got to publish a lot, man. Okay, publish a ton. Every single one of the influencers that are out there, they are storytellers. And so what you're going to be doing is creating content that is around story. Now, the story is, especially for an influencer, a lot of it is about you. It's about your life. If you're trying to be a micro-influencer, you're going to tell a story about what you're doing in the day, what you're doing in the moment. Right? Think about the show Seinfeld. The show Seinfeld was this anomaly because it was a show about nothing, but was still about something. You got to think about your life as Seinfeld episodes, right? Someone wakes up, right? Kramer wakes up in the day, he looks over and bumps his head. The rest of the episode is about his head getting better. It's like, what? Like, that's an episode? That makes sense. I watched, I think I've seen the Kardashians for 13 seconds, and I was like, no. Not knocking off you if you like that, but that's a case in point. What's it about? I have no idea what that show is about. I have no idea. Massive influencership. Why? Storytellers. You have to think of yourself as a publishing storyteller, and you are constantly telling story all the time. So if you're like, Steve, I have no stories to tell, you're gonna have to get over that and solve that, because that's part of being an influencer in today's terms. Okay, so what does it mean to be an influencer? How do you tell the stories in there? Honestly, some themes that you can be saying stories about are your life. Document what you're doing. Document what's going on throughout the day. Funny enough, people want to watch other people's lives because they don't like their own, I think. I think that's the only reason. Anyway, but you're going to be telling stories about your life. Another thing you're going to be telling stories about is, honestly, your audience. If you can involve your audience, that's huge, right? Steve, no one's engaging with me. You need to create the engagement. Right? The platform isn't the engagement. YouTube isn't the engagement. You're the engagement. Engage with the audience. Say hi below. What's up? Okay? But you need to engage with the audience and create that engagement. The major part of this is you have to understand that you need to be interesting. People's attention is one of the greatest assets they have. It's a currency, if you will. It's money almost, right? My attention, my time, that is currency. And so if you're going to be an influencer, that's a huge deal. You got to be good at storytelling. You got to be good at capturing attention, and think of it like that. What can I do that make people follow me? What can I do that makes people give their attention to me? And if you can answer that question, influencership is certainly within your reach. The second thing all influencers do is they collaborate with other people. You got to get past this part. When I was working at ClickFunnels, I got this cool Vox. Actually, this is after I left. I got a message from Russell. And he was like, hey, man, do you want to come brainstorm on the Traffic Secrets book? And I was like, heck yeah. We did that together for his Expert Secrets one. It's one of my favorite things to do with him. And so we were brainstorming on the topics and the titles and, what subject was going where. We're crafting his book, New York Times bestseller, called Traffic Secrets. And so we were concept editing this book. And we got to this part called the Dream 100. The Dream 100 is a concept that basically says that let's list out whatever the top 100 people are that if you did something with them would flood your business with customers. Okay, this is big. This is really big. And people fight this concept all the time. I don't understand it. Collaborations are a really big thing on the internet, but for some reason people are like, I'm not going to do the Dream 100. You need to be doing the Dream 100. Okay, if you're an influencer, we don't call it that as an influencer. What you'll do though is, number 2, collaborate with other people, but you're going to go write a list of all the people you'd want to do a collaboration with and start to create a little relationship with them. That's it. right? Add time, and then opportunities start to come to you. Okay, so if you are, let's say you're brand new and you're like, Steve, why would anybody collaborate with me? Yeah, don't try and collaborate with Tony Robbins. You're not big enough for him yet, right? Just play the game. Who can you collaborate with though? Someone who's like just above you, right? Someone who's just above them. And that's kind of it. That's probably all that's within your reach. That's literally how I grew my shows. Is I just started, I said, hey, I'm just gonna go and grab the people that are just above them and just do a little collaboration or a little interview with them. All right, this is super cool. So write down those 100 people and start to actually create a relationship. So there's a lot of ways to do that. One of my favorites has been, there's been 2 or 3 people that they just added tons of value to me. So the first time they ever asked anything from me, I was like, man, there's so much emotional bank account with that person. If they ask me for any kind of favor, I'm in. The worst ones are the people who reach out and they're like, Steve, I liked your Facebook post. How come you haven't done that collaboration yet? I'm like, what? No. Like, you got to actually add value to the other person's audience if they're bigger and you're trying to do a collaboration with them. But this will take you so fast as an influencer. Before going to the third thing that all influencers do, it's no secret that influencers are marketers. And I thought it'd be cool to, down below in the comments, tag the coolest influencer that you know. Okay, who's the influencer that knows marketing the most, that has been doing collaborations with others, that has been playing the game and climbing the ranks? In the comments below, let's shout out who that person is so we can give them a big round of applause, if you will, in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe so we can send you more of these epic videos, because come on, they're epic. And epic videos and epic things belong in your life. All right, the third thing all influencers do, eventually, they borrow attention. Ooh, this is a good one, man. I love it. This is one of my big secrets. I've been using this for years. It is, oh man, you're gonna grow so fast if you do this. So stick with me. If you're here, round of applause. All right. Guys, borrow attention. And there's a lot of ways to do that. Let me just tell you real quick. I joined the Army, and I went through, and I was enlisted, and then I came back out, and I was like, I'm gonna go be an officer. So I was sitting in this classroom where the whole semester, it's just this group of like super alpha male, stereotypical Hollywood future officers. So they're all sitting there, shaved heads, like taking notes, like, and that's all it was. Like, and the whole semester, all we did was study war. At the end of the semester, this historian professor guy like leans back and he's like, you guys did a great job. You did a great job. I've been doing this for years, and I gotta tell you, after studying wars after wars after wars, I've never, ever, ever seen a war start over social issues. Wars always start over rights. Ooh, social issues versus rights. Now, in that time, I never thought that they were different, or that that was even a thing. That little tic-tac just lodged in my brain. I didn't use it for several years. But as I started getting more into the marketing game, I realized that there are social issues, right, that I can talk about in my marketing. But there are things that have to do with rights that I don't know that I should touch with a 12-foot pole. Does that make sense? For example, this shirt. Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to think about what is the social issue that you believe in, and make a symbol around it and hold that thing up like a banner. And so in this way, we borrow noise. Okay, what I'm talking about, guys, is causes. And you need to find a cause. As a micro-influencer, if you want to become a macro-influencer, you want to grow real fast, one of the best ways to do that is to attach yourself to a battle on a social issue that's already been out there, that's really, really loud, and all you got to do is take a stand on it. You get free attention like crazy. I can't tell you how many people tell me to burn in hell every week because I wear the shirt. It's decreasing, which is really, really nice, but it comes in waves. I usually say, sweet, I'll save you a seat. And the same token, though, so I get these haters, I also get this amassing following of lovers, right, if you will, because I have the shirt on. And I get them faster than I ever could with my own talent. I'm borrowing noise from my influencership. Does that make sense? Find a cause, attach yourself to it, and you'll see that you start to you basically get pulled faster than you could ever go yourself. It's really cool. Don't go anywhere. I am a capitalist pig. I'm very unapologetic about it. And I'm going to basically burn with this ship. I will go down with this. Hey, I want to give you a free shirt though. This Capitalist Pig shirt has been a banner that has split the crowds for me. It's been really nice. It's like Moses in the Red Sea. Lovers and haters walk down New York. It's a great experience. You should really do it. Go to capitalistpigtshirt.com. I'll give this to you for free. All we ask is that you cover the shipping. Capitalistpigtshirt.com. The link is in the description. Go ahead and raise your hand and let me know what you actually believe in this world.